Hello everyone, and welcome to my little thoughts on the Sony press conference. This is a day or two late, I do apologise for that, but I had to put a lot of effort into making doing the Dragon Age video. I really wanted to get that one out of the way because really that's the only reason I watched the EA press conference, and I wanted to get that out of the way. And a couple of people are going to ask, like, why am I not talking about the other stuff from E3, like the EA press conference and all that? Mainly because a lot of that stuff didn't interest me. There were a couple of nice wee stuff there, and I will talk about maybe once E3's done, I will talk about all the games and all the technology that interested me. But as is, the only press conferences I was really wanting to watch was Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. They were the only ones I really wanted. I only watched the EA one because it was Dragon Age. That was it. So yeah, I am going to be doing a whole maybe E3 recap when it gets closer to the end of the day, end of E3. I will be talking about everything. And of course, I'm going to be talking about The Witcher 3 as well. I'm going to do a whole video on that because I have some information from E3 and also this here, which I do apologise, my camera isn't autofocus, I can't turn it off. From the Edge magazine, if I haven't read through this, has an entire article on The Witcher 3, so I will be talking about that more. But I want to talk about Sony, and I'm going to say this right now. I did a reaction video, basically my instant reactions to the end of the show, and sums it up beautifully. Like, Sony owned it. Sony's press conference was, in my opinion, the best press conference there, and one of the best kept press conferences I've ever seen at E3. Because they did something unexpectedly. They showed games. Like, their previous press conference, they showed games. That's basically all they showed. And they showed more here, and they spent very little time on, like, movies, music, and the console. They did, luckily enough, reveal the console, and I'll get that out of the way. Here's the PS4. Sorry, my apologies, I spat. Here's the PS4. It looks awesome. It looks good. It looks good. It's at a bit of an angle, which I'm like, that's kind of fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie, it looks fucking weird. Like that. It looks like an old school DVD player. Like, I know everyone's made the joke with the Xbox One looking like a VHS. That's like an old school DVD player. I think I had a DVD like that at one point. I don't know why. I think I had one, but I like the design of it. It's actually a lot better than the Xbox One in my opinion. Like, this looks a bit more nice. It looks like it'll fit underneath my fucking desk, underneath where I've got my games consoles. But the PS4 console, they revealed it, looks good. Definitely improved. Definitely like it. But yeah, like, besides the console, they showed games. They showed a fuck ton of games. They showed a lot of indie games, which the PS4 is very much pushing the indie development market with self-publishing and really talking to all these indie ones to get these indie games on the PS4, and I fucking love that. A lot of the games out there look really cool, really quirky, and I definitely will be picking up a few of them if I have the money. That's the big thing. If I have the money, I will pick them up. If not, I won't. But yeah, they showed a lot of games. A couple of games that piqued my interest was Infamous Second Sons, a PS4 exclusive. I just recently finished playing through Infamous 1 and Infamous 2. The games are fantastic. Definitely much players in the PS3. Like, I got to it very late. But then the Infamous Second Sons looked awesome. It looks really, really good. They showed trailers and they also showed gameplay. They showed gameplay which looked absolutely phenomenal. The game looks really good. It looks like an Infamous game, which is always a plus. It looks like you're going to be playing a character who has these abilities. Now, I don't know what ending they're going to go with Infamous 2, because they're excuse me, the Infamous games have two. Infamous 2 has two endings. One ending in which the world's basically near enough the entire population of the world is near enough killed, or a fraction of the population is killed. It's not exactly a happy ending. And I don't know, this looks like it's gone with the ending in which only a small portion of the population was annihilated, but it looks like maybe superpowered beings are actually a very, very big threat to people, like very government controlled, very much trying to suppress them. If the government can't control them, then you're fucked. It kind of reminds me of Watchmen. Like, Watchmen has that ability, it has that little world where most heroes now in the Watchmen world work for the government. Most of them work for the government, like Mr. Manhattan and all those people work for the government. Any other kind of vigilante like Rorschach is basically considered evil and hunted down and arrested, basically. So that's what Infamous Second Son gave me, that vibe. It looks like that. It looks like your character, I don't know his name, but it looks like he's got smoke and fire powers because he literally turns into smoke in the gameplay and goes into a vent and pops out like a fucking Mario, like, whoa, zap, zap, zap. It looked awesome. I love the look of it. I definitely will be picking it up. It's coming out 2014, which was actually kind of a theme for basically most of the PS4 reveals, as a lot of the big games that they revealed was basically, they're not coming out at launch, but they're coming out 2014, which I approve of because I really would rather them have games that are ready. Like, especially Infamous Second Son, I'd rather them have that game ready than them rushing it out for a launch and then it being buggy as hell. So I like that. I do like the fact, I'm a little disappointed, but I like the fact that they're doing that. Now, a couple other big reveals that were there, like, I need to grab something. In my opinion, there were only... Right, I've made it no secret that I'm not a big JRPG fan. I hate Final Fantasy 13 too. Final Fantasy 13 drove me nuts. And I'm still playing through Final Fantasy 7, but that's beside the point. But Square came on, and in all honesty, I don't give two shits what Square does, but they came on and they did something. They did something really cool. They showed off Final Fantasy Versus 13, which is actually now renamed Final Fantasy 15, which I'm not going to lie, it looked really cool. It looked interesting. It wasn't dubbed, it was Japanese, so it looks like they're still working on it. But it looked really, really cool. I definitely will. I might consider picking that up. Maybe not a release date, but it does look like it's a bit more, as it is. It looks like they're going with a bit more of a realistic look, with a bit more action-based combat, like maybe a bit more action and less JRPG. And I'm not gonna lie, it did pique my interest, and I was like, that looks awesome. I may pick up, I'm not too sure yet. I will wait for more stuff to come out about it. But the biggest one, the one that basically made people lose their shit, was Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, I actually have Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 right here. I got them off of eBay, and I'm playing through Kingdom Hearts 1 at the moment. I'm not getting it. I really am not. I've stopped it very early on at the moment. I just can't get into the mood to play it. But I'm not going to lie, the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer was like, that's fucking awesome as well. And this is a game that a lot of people of the series have been waiting for. Like, it's always been hinted, it's always been rumoured, but it is only in development. But it does actually make me want to go back and play these games a wee bit more. Like, go back and actually finish the two of these off, because I'm still playing through this and I'm barely touched it. And I haven't even put this in my fucking console yet. But it is a game series that has interested me, but I just could never I never got it in release date. I never picked up Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 on release. These are eBay pre-owned copies. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad that game is coming. There is a bit of a debate whether or not that's a PS4 exclusive, because apparently they haven't came out and said it yet. But the game is only just starting to be in development, because it did say at the end of the trailer, in development. But the game looks good. It looks like they're going to update it a little bit more and give it a bit more of a polish. And they did also show off, not at the press conference, but love the HD remake of Kingdom Hearts 1. And by the way, I paid £5 for this. So, I don't know, I might pick up the HD remake just to get a bit more look at it. But, I don't know, but I'll definitely try and play through this when I get a chance. I'll see what I can do. But, yeah, that was actually, I was like, did not see that coming. Like, I was watching, the live stream I was watching of it was the TGS podcast. With Jesse Cox there, who Jesse Cox is a massive Final Fantasy fan, and even he said he was done with Final Fantasy and basically everything to do with Square Enix because of what their most recent actions. Even he said when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, and even Gerard the completionist was there, who's a massive Kingdom Hearts fan, as soon as Kingdom Hearts 3 came on there, they were like, thank you. And I'll have to admit, I chuckled, I laughed, and I think I will pick up Kingdom Hearts 3. It does look like a good game maybe to pick up, but I am going to try and blaze through Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I'm not going to do a completionist run of them. That's fucking suicide in my opinion. But I definitely will try and get through them to get ready for Kingdom Hearts 3. But I don't think that'll be coming out anytime soon. That probably won't be for another year or two. As it's just starting to be in development. But then comes to my favourite part of the conference. The last 15 minutes, basically, in which Sony basically, well, they did this to Microsoft. They fucking owned them. They owned Microsoft because they came out and flat out basically said this: the PS4, no DRM, you don't need to connect to the internet to verify your games. No used you can play used games. You can play used games. We don't give two shits if you trade it in. You can play used games. 3. What was the other thing? You share your games. Like, literally, a video up on their YouTube channel of them how to share games on the PS3, PS4. There you go. Thank you. What else was there? Fuck, I can't remember. But those were the two ones that popped into my head. And it was basically a bitch slap. I gotta show that again. It was basically bitch slap, bitch slap, bitch slap, bitch slap, bitch slap, over and over and over and over again. Sony owned Microsoft, and I have never seen a fucking audience for E3 be that fucking hyped. I mean, they were like going, oh, Jesus, oh, it's so beautiful, oh, thank you. Like, literally, as soon as they said, no, you can play used games, oh my god, holy shit, Jesus, man, fuck. There were people having heart attacks, people dying there, people like fucking defibs coming out. It was fucking hilarious because there were people like, I was going, yeah, fuck yes. I was clapping my fucking ass off. I was like, hell yeah. If you follow me on Twitter, you know how my reaction. It was fucking awesome. It was a bitch slap to Microsoft, as it says, like, 18, do it again. I had to try again. It's fucking awesome. They owned them. They owned them. It was fucking awesome. I loved it. I love the fact that I did not expect this from Sony. Like, normally these companies, they never bitch each other. They never fucking stab in the back. They probably did, but they never flat out smack them in the face. They're always like backstabbing every now and then, but never right to the face. And Sony did it right to the fucking face. And I was like, Sony, you get applause. That was fucking awesome. I loved it. I was pissing myself laughing. And I loved that they did that right out in the open. They didn't bullshit. They just went, here's what's happening. Here it is. Fucking deal with it, Microsoft. I love that. I fucking love that. Now they did actually say something slightly negative in my opinion at the end, is the fact that it doesn't affect me that much, but I can see it's going to affect some people. You will require a PlayStation Plus subscription to actually play multiplayer games online. You won't need it for Netflix or any of the media things like Microsoft on the Xbox. You just pay £5 a month to play online. That's it. It doesn't affect me that much because I don't play online games. I don't play multiplayer. I play single player. And that's another thing. Sony came out and said, I had to say this again, I think this is what this, and you can play your single player games offline. That was fucking awesome. But yeah, it doesn't affect me that much, but I'm not going to lie. I've been very tempted to get PlayStation Plus for a while because it outshines Xbox Gold. I'm not going to lie. Xbox Gold just gives you the ability to play online, and I don't play online. PlayStation Plus, you get free games and a discount. Like, it's fucking awesome. PlayStation Plus is one of the best things, and I will definitely get it if I can afford it. Once I'm able to afford it, I'm gonna get it. It was awesome. I loved it. That's a little chip off the block in my opinion, because everything else they said was absolutely positive. I'm gonna say it right here, right now. As soon as I get the money, I'm pre-ordering my PS4. Like, Sony have won me over. I'm sorry, Sony. Like, Sony could literally come in there, someone from Sony could say, I work for Sony, prove that they work for Sony, of course, and say, like, bend over, I'm going to take you, bitch. And I'd be like, okay, like, you take me away, just take me, go. Because I was fucking, they owned it, and I can say right now that I'm getting a PS4 just for that, and also some pretty damn awesome launch titles. And if I can, I will be getting Xbox PS Plus, because it's an awesome service in my opinion, definitely outshines Gold. And I would just say that Sony owned it. Sony fucking owned it. In fact, I can show you exactly how Microsoft reacted after. Is this it? Yeah. I can show you how Microsoft acted right after Sony had done that. Yeah, like Sony, Xbox just went, fuck! It was awesome. It's awesome. I love Sony. They're awesome. They've won me over. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck the Xbox One. In all honesty, if you have the option for an Xbox One or a PS4, why the fuck would you pick an Xbox One? There is no reason. Even some of the exclusives that they showed at the Xbox press conference were shit. Not shit, but none of them interested me. A new Halo game doesn't interest me at all. I was like, fuck you, Xbox, fuck you. There's no reason to get an Xbox One now, because PS4 have won it. They've won. Like, the console wars haven't even started, and Sony have won. Sony have fucking won it. It's done. That's it. Microsoft lose. Microsoft lose. I'm telling this right now. Microsoft lose. PS4 has won. I'm sorry. If you are a gamer, there is no reason to get an Xbox One, in my opinion. There is no fucking reason. PS4 wins. PS4 wins. I thought I would never say that. I'm flabbergasted that I'm saying it. And not only that, the PS4 is cheaper than the Xbox One. I shit you not. It's £350 to £399 for the Xbox One. 350. And they didn't shove fucking Kinect down our throats or the iToy. They were just like, yep, here's the console, you can get it. Go, get it. Play your games. We don't give two shit. Play your games. Sony have won the hearts and mind of gamers. They have won. They've won with that last 15 minutes. Sony could come out tomorrow and basically say, okay, we're bumping the PS4 Plus up by £1. I'll be like, don't give two shits. Give me the console. They win. They fucking win. I'm sorry. Fuck Microsoft. Fuck the Xbox One. I'm off to the PS4 camp, bitches. I don't care. If you're a gamer, PS4 wins. And there's no if, buts, or what's about it. I'm sorry. There's no. And yeah. And of course, my personal favourite, Microsoft actually tried to play this off. The Xbox rep actually came out, and I'll show you exactly what he did. He tried to act all cool and bravado. He tried to do I'll show you. Yeah, he failed. He failed. I'm kidding. He failed. One more time. He failed, basically. He basically flat out said this. So, if you don't want to play online, you just stick with the Xbox 360. And it was like, oh shit, you're fired. He's fired. And I loved it. I fucking loved it. I was like, Sony win. I don't care. Sony win. They win. And really, as I say, I didn't talk too much about games because, as I say, a lot of the games are mostly indie games, and the only games that really interested me was Infamous Second Sons, Final Fantasy 15, Kingdom Hearts 3, Watch Dogs. They did show that as well, but I'll talk about that maybe later on. They showed Destiny off, the first actual gameplay of Destiny, right at the end, which at the end I was kind of like, you just own Microsoft. I can't move. They owned them, and they showed Destiny off, and I'm not gonna lie, Destiny looks awesome. It looks good. It looks like a game I could maybe get into. A lot of people have calling it, what are they calling it again? Oh, fuck, what is it? Borderlands Effect. Border Effect, I think they're calling it, because it looks very much like Borderlands and Mass Effect. Like, a couple people doing that. So yeah, it does look cool. I'm not gonna lie, I might pick it up. Like, I'm not a big MMO guy, but if it's a monthly price, I don't think I'll pick it up. But I don't know. I'll have a wee think about it. It looks interesting. It does pique my interest now. It says beforehand, Destiny was like a little bit of interest. I was like, it looks alright. But right there, as soon as they showed the thing, I was like, okay, you've piqued my interest now. I enjoyed it. It looked awesome. So the Sony press conference was the best press conference, basically, of all E3. I don't think anyone else can deny it. Sony won. Sony have won. And I think that's all I've got to say on it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts are. And one last thing, let's just have a moment of silence. Let's just quickly reflect on what happened. And let's see Microsoft getting punched again. And let's see them running away like babies. Fuck you, oh no, Jesus Christ. I had to do that, sorry. And of course, one last time. I didn't get my eye. Yeah, so thank you for watching. As always, I'm ScottishBoy92, and my final thoughts are, go fuck yourself, Microsoft. Hail to Sony. I'm getting a PS4, bitches.